Hi everyone and welcome to another video. So today I wanted to give you the garden update that nobody asked for, but we are doing it today. So we're in the garden. It's autumn, it's March, so that means it's autumn in the southern hemisphere, and I just went to the garden center and I got some seeds, but most of the things I got are actually seedlings, and I will be showing you the seedlings that I got. But I wanted some flowers, of course. Like, I'm already starting to grow some flowers. We also got these, which I just like picked myself, which are great because these are like all year round. So I'm gonna plant some of these because I want a bit of color in my garden. So come along with me, come along with us. Of course, I'm sure my family will feature as we go through the garden. Okay, so I think we're gonna start over here. Over here I have some, oh my gosh, what are these? Cosmos. I have these cosmos plant. I have a few, like 8 to 10 cosmo plants that I started from seed, and they are coming along well, pretty fine with them. I also had some marigold here and it did not do well at all. I still have like a little bit, like it has remained as short as when I bought it, which is quite unfortunate. And then I have some peppers over here, which I've had. I think this is yellow red. It becomes yellow and red, and then this is a green pepper. And then I harvested the beetroot that I have here, and then I put in new beetroot, but this new beetroot is not doing very well. I just recently got this, I think last week. It's a gooseberry tree, so I just got that. And then these leeks have been growing. I think there's like a difference, you know. I think they're fighting. I think they're fighting. It's a long fight, but the tomatoes have taken over as well. Like there's something, there's a leak underneath this tomato that is probably not growing at all now. And of course tomatoes have been like the biggest harvest, and we didn't know tomatoes could do this, but they've been doing really amazing. We kind of like hooked them up onto here, so that has been really great. They've been growing really well. Lots of red ones all over. Then we have some of our basil. It's not doing that great, but we're eating from it, you know. It's trying. And then we have sisa also that we've planted. Jokes. Okay, and then we also planted some kale, if you can see. Let me try and do it from the side, because if you see over here, all of this is like stuff that we're using to hold down the net. Yeah, so this is a makeshift situation that we will, with time, make to look much better. But for now being, this is what's happening. And then we have kale. We have 6 kales, a tray of kale, black kale that is. We've been using it already and we've been loving it. And then over here we've got some brinjal, which is flowering. Let me show you. There's the brinjal flowering, and I think there's one that is growing. Oh my gosh, but they hide themselves so much. There it is. There's a brinjal growing there. I think it's the first one, but we can see some other ones also coming up. And then we have the green peppers. There are a few as well that are growing, coming along quite well. Really liking that. And then we got some seeds for bees from friends, and these have been doing pretty well. As you can see, they're also flowering, and I love the ends and how curly they are. They've curled up so much over here, like 2 of them are curling up against each other basically. And I bought some twine, and I wanted to do like a makeshift trellis, but it's not sturdy enough. but I don't know, maybe it's gonna do the job of growing the peas. And then we have one cauliflower over here. So we have spinach. We also had spinach. Actually, it wasn't spinach, it was called Swiss chard. I'm not sure what the difference is, but it had like red and yellow over here on the stem, and it didn't do very well, but it was also too close to the tomatoes, so it wasn't getting full sunshine. It was a bit shaded. And so now we are going to try out some carrots, which I'm really nervous about because carrots, yeah. And then we have some coriander, and that's also carrots. And then seed packets. I'm not sure if I showed you the seed packets, but the seed packets for flowers, which is what we're going to do right now. There are so many lessons that I've been learning just from this garden that just point me back to my life, to my Creator. And the one that I wanted to share today was the importance of the soil, which is so fitting, of course, because I am in my very early years of being a mother, and my children are in their foundation years. And that's what I wanted to talk about. But let's just listen to these birds chirping first. So when we were starting the garden, we dug it up and we added some compost and we added some bone meal. And we can see the one side that had bone meal versus the other side that didn't have bone meal. And just the importance of really cultivating the soil and the kind of fruit and the produce that comes out at the end. And it just reminded me, being in these early years, the foundational years of my children's life. These foundational years in parenting will set up the spiritual, emotional, and moral foundation for our children's future. Proverbs 22 verse 6 reminds us to train up a child in the way he should go, so that when he is old, he will not depart from it. So let us keep sowing and trusting, and our labor will bear fruit.